And hello everybody, how are you all doing tonight? I hope you're doing absolutely fantastic, and as you may have seen, I am not alone tonight. I'm gonna be joined by Pizza Zach. Do you want to introduce yourself since it's your first time on here?
So I'm a is
I
it
hear you
working?
double. Did you enable your microphone in OBS Ninja?
Oh, forgot. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Alright. So I'm a player on Remake Esport in the Group A of the DA League, and also it's my first time casting. I'll we'll see some good gameplay tonight,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's pretty much it.
So I think what's like really important to underline is that this is going to be your first cast ever, basically.
Yep. Yep.
And so that is going to be fairly interesting, as we'll get to see how intuitive this is for you, and if not, how fast you are able to learn. So I mean, let's be realistic. I'm not expecting a perfect casting right off the bat, but
Yeah.
practice makes perfect. So this is why you're here tonight.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's what they say.
And I am being texted by another team. I am going to have to check some MOS files after this game.
Ooh, exciting! Let's see some cheaters.
Yeah, at this point, I hope we don't have any cheaters left, because if we do, that would kind of imply that. Sorry, being texted left and right.
Yeah,
That's the thing. So yeah, we had 5 matches in parallel tonight. I've never seen this. Out of 7 in total, because we have a few teams that have left the competition. So of course, a few free wins will bring the total amount of games down somewhat. But still, out of 7 matches, 5 in one single game night. That's crazy.
that's crazy. We don't usually see that. You see like maybe 1 or 2 at the same time. Not 5.
True, true, true.
That's crazy.
And so, yeah, I'm going to have to look over a MOS file. I mean, all around, my duties as a tournament organizer are likely to swamp me a little bit. And, whenever somebody asks me to check a MOS file or to ask about, a rule or something, I have to stop what I'm doing and respond to that person. So I apologize in advance if this ends up being a burden on the stream, because of course I'm kind of wearing 2 hats and doing 2 jobs at the very same time. With any luck, eventually we'll grow to the point where I can have like proper casters or proper tournament organizers to help me out. But that day has yet to come. Though, I mean, we do have a pretty constant growth. I mean, just look at Pizza Zach. He's here tonight. Wasn't there before. So with any luck, we'll get there eventually. And I don't know what is poking me in the eye, but MishMash Gaming against Polar Pandas. Do you know these teams? Have you watched their streams before?
I've watched MishMash, like their last match. I've seen that they tend to be very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've got a pretty aggressive playstyle, like spawn peeking, like entry fragging at like so fast. They get like 30 seconds into the round, they get like 1 or 2 picks. That's very fast for a competitive match. Sorry.
Yep.
So that's very crazy. They're not playing like the 20 seconds meta that's currently in use, like in Pro League. So
Yep.
yeah, that's unusual, but I mean it works. You see their overall winning. They've lost only 1 match to OnlyFan.
True. And something I believe a lot of people do expect is to have them only lose this very match for the entirety of the main season. The other team that could be a reasonable challenge or reasonable threat to them would be Thirsty Bastards Gaming. I mean, the general consensus, the general feeling is that nobody else stands a reasonable chance of beating them. So my question was then going to be, have they already played against the TBG team? Answer seems to be no. Oh, and by the way, this is the second to last week of the main season, i.e. that kind of implies that they're going to be playing Thirsty Bastards next week, and that is likely to be a fun match to witness.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, by the way, real quick, you haven't mentioned Polar Pandas, so I will, before we get into that, so the second half of the question I asked you before, right? Let's just take a moment to acknowledge. Let me just open up the right page. God damn it, I have so many things open up at once, and that is proving to be a bit distracting. Let's close up a few things. This has got to be one of the least professional streams I've done in a while. Yeah, so our map bans are nearing its end. So actually, it has come to an end. Our first map is going to be Argon. Second one's going to be Theme Park. The third, should there be a tiebreaker situation, will be Dostoevsky. And so the spawn sides. MishMash, of course, did get to pick Oregon, so Polar Pandas chose the spawn sides. They're going to be defending first. And I mean, the same holds true on the second map, but since it's the other team that picked the map, then it's the other team that also picks the sides. So this time MishMash picked defense. You know, same reasoning, but coming from a different players, from a different team, does provide the opposite result. Whereas Polar Pandas defending on the first map, they're going to be attacking on the second one. And the third, I know this current UI, like the flags at the bottom, don't showcase who's going to be attacking or defending first for the tiebreaker map. I don't know why that's the case. But Dostoevsky is going to see MishMash attacking first and Polar Pandas defending first, should it come to that. So yeah. Did you want to predict or talk a bit about Polar Pandas, since like they're a team that doesn't get talked about too much compared to, for example, MishMash Gaming?
Yeah, I haven't seen I haven't looked up their matches because I didn't have time. But I don't know. I would probably say MishMash, probably first map, maybe. And like Polar Pandas, maybe second map. Maybe we're going to third map, deciding map.
It could be. I mean, anything is still possible. I'm just sending you. Okay, can we just like save the thing? So many things open up at once. I believe you saw the message in chat saying, tell Pizza to focus his cam. So I just wanted to underline that. I believe you already knew it was out of focus.
Yeah, I don't know why it's acting up tonight.
It's that's technology for you. And I believe my PC just froze, or it's not responding either. So that's fun as well. Trying to close up, for example, Photoshop, which I did have to, post an announcement and that kind of stuff on Twitter. So you gotta go into Photoshop, make the image. But now I want it to shut down because Rainbow Six is gonna be the center of attention, as it should be. Because at this point, the only thing that we have yet to do is to prepare the match and to get the game started. That's all we're here for tonight. Plus, on a personal level, I had forgotten about a certain piece of homework that is due for tonight, midnight, that I could absolutely have done before I started the stream, but I just forgot about it. It's mostly done, don't get me wrong, but still, I mean, it's now 8:30. If it, lasts for 3 hours, if we go into overtime, all that good stuff, into the 3 maps, we could be looking at a 11:30 cutoff time for the stream, which will only leave me with half an hour to finish to finish up my things. So I'm talking to either MishMash or Polar Pandas. I gotta remain neutral, so I'm not targeting either teams, but please win with a 2-0 fashion here. If it goes 2-1, I mean, it's fine either way. I'm just gonna have to suck it up. But I mean, still, it's my dumbass just forgot about something, and I gotta pay the price now.
Yeah, just 7-0, 2 games in a row.
Once again, either MishMash or Polar Pandas. It can go either way. Either way, I'm happy. Either way, I'm happy. Yeah. So let me just invite the players real quick. Friends lists, and then type .mmg. The computers feel sluggish, but I do have a butt ton of programs opened up in the background, so I guess it's my own fault. And the last one on the other team, Polar Panda, isn't it? DSG? No, DSG is somebody else. That's Darkside Gaming. Give me half a sec. The match right here. Who's the team captain of Polar Pandas? Shoot. Polar Pandas. Freezing. Yeah, let's just shut off. Oh yeah, that huge ass edit I was making for YouTube. Yeah, when you have like 18 hours. Yeah, when you have 18 hours on your timeline, that's just too much for my PC to handle. What you play? Should I invite? Let's just fix the typo, add a question mark, and send this. And it appears a team is using Ember Rise. When I said I was going to get swamped by managing so many teams at the same time, that's exactly what I was talking about. So somebody's using Ember Rise on LP. First time, it's a warning. Please rehost to let them take the skin off and screen shot to get proof. There we go. That should have been done. Polar Pandas. Okay, Shadow. Here, somebody has entered their gamer tag. Somebody has entered their gamer tag into Gilded, so that should help us out. Do I have this player? Yes, I have this player in my friends list. That is amazing. MishMash Gaming are joining in. And the player that was talking about the Ember Rise skin. Screenshot, great. They were using an abbreviation which I was unfamiliar with. A SS apparently stands for screenshots. And let's just keep on turning off a few programs, because that should not be, you know, a detriment. That can be shut down. That can be shut down. That can be shut. So many things. When you know, I would consider myself a power user, you know, computers wise, but I only have 16 gigs of RAM, and I still open up, you know, programs left and right as if I had like 64 or something. That's crazy. Great. We are now at a level where I feel comfortable streaming and having the rest of the programs run in the background. Let's still just close down a few pages. That's looking good. And yeah, so I guess I have a few moments to talk about that. So your webcam, are you sure you couldn't like open up maybe a driver or something to maybe try to get it to focus? Like, I'm assuming you have a Logitech, like, was it Logicam, I think is the name of the software.
I don't know.
That's weird. And
yeah.
Furthermore, you guys know exactly how it goes. Let's just create the poll. Who are you guys rooting for? Let me just type exclamation mark vote in the chat. Let us know who you're rooting for, and I will also want to display this at the bottom of the screen. There we go. And chat commands. Custom commands, vote. Let's just update. Let's just update the vote command. Also, I have no audio on my computer. Oh, because it's going through the. It's going through the HDMI. Is my headset not plugged into the computer? Like, what's going on tonight? What's going on?
All right.
Is it going to work? Yeah, we did plug in a headset. So if I do this. Awesome. Now I do have audio. Okay. So our first map of the night. So many things to manage at once. Was going to be Oregon. There we go. MishMash are attacking first. And they already do have the blue team. And the other team is going to be called Polar Pandas. Okay, so we have 9 players in the match in the lobby so far. So that means whenever the last one joins in, we're going to be good to go. Yeah, so I think at this point, like, just killing time and waiting until the last one joins in. I just want to remind you guys that this is like the 6th out of 7 weeks of the main season, and the last one has joined in. So you guys, are you ready to go? Are your mouses running?
We are ready.
Awesome, awesome. Polar Pandas, what about you guys? Because if they're ready, we're going to be good to go. Polar Pandas?
Give us 1 minute.
Gotcha. So they're still asking for one minute. That's And the fact that I totally did butcher their name, you know, when you have to enter it to update it into the game. Yeah, sorry about your name. So this is week 6 out of 7 for the main season. So at this point, we're starting to get a pretty good idea of like which teams are going to make it to the playoffs and which teams aren't. Of course, nothing is set in stone. A team that only has a 2 points lead could still lose this week and next week, and any other like hypothetical team could just win 2 points and sort through the rankings. That's one thing. But I mean, if you are still trailing behind by more than 2 points, it's already too late for you, right?
Yeah.
And so real quick, just to get us an idea, I am going to be deeply sorry, but this scene right here, though it doesn't have your gamer tag, is going to be quite useful to show us where we're at. So for example, 15% Bro, NTNS, Surf Esports, and Joyeux Laurent are likely to make it to the playoffs.
We have one guy who can't get his moss to run because he's autistic. Just give us a minute.
That's fine. If he needs help, I've seen everything Moss has to offer, so I could maybe jump in if you need me. If you need me to.
We'll let you know.
Great. Like I said, if I do this, there we go, we're back. Like I said, I do have this one homework to finish, so yeah. Yeah, but I shouldn't have just come back to that scene, because if I jump back in here, like to illustrate the example I was making, Surf Esports and NTNS Gaming both have 4 points, and I believe they're facing off against each other tonight. So somebody will have 5 points, and the other team will, of course, remain at 4. And I mean, say NTNS were to lose tonight, so Surf would like surpass them, and say they lose like next week as well, they would stay at 4 points. But then, for example, 5men's could just like soar through the ranking, win their 2 matches, and end up taking their place. Same could happen to Surf Esports if the stars were to so align. On the other standing, we have a three-way tie here for the 4th place with 2 points. So this tie also will have to be broken eventually, because if not, it's going to be quite annoying, in the sense that if you have a two-way tie, right, you just look at which team won the engagement between these 2 teams, and that's your way of breaking the tie. But when you have three teams, it's kind of a, you know, rock, paper, scissors. If it goes in such a weird triangle shape kind of situation, it gets harder to call which team deserves the point in the playoffs, or deserves a spot in the playoffs, actually. So then you have to find a bit of a colorful way of breaking that tie, which can then become a bit of a sticky situation. So this is all I wanted to discuss, since, like I said, anything is still more or less possible. Okay. The vote is going one way, absolutely. So MishMash Gaming is receiving 100% of the support, and it looks like Polar Pandas still have none. My only question is it like one person voting, or like 10 votes going one way? So let me just open up the poll, see the results, and 6 votes. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting maybe 1 or 2 people to have voted, and then it should eventually level out. Yeah, 6.
Let's see how this plays out.
Let me just contact Polar Pandas. So once again, if you need my help, I could maybe help you guys to get this started a bit quicker, since we're already like 40 minutes late.
I've got a good link too if needed.
Actually, mind me asking what the exact problem is? Oh, by the way,
I'm not sure.
It's not letting him run it because the antivirus keeps stopping it.
Is he? Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead on.
Okay, so I was gonna say, like, it's as easy as adding an exception, like in a whitelist in your antivirus software. If you're using Windows Defender, it's really trivially easy. But if you're using something else, well, it's a case-by-case basis at this point. So, Pizza Sack.
Yeah.
Since
I think your mic cut out, Hans.
Oh shoot, my mic cut out. Okay, so I was going. Oh, Lunar. Oh well.
We're good. He figured it out.
Awesome. That settles it. Good luck, have
Alrighty.
fun, guys, and may the best team win. And I'm so sorry. I was going to say something along the lines of, hey, since we do have a bit of free time, might as well want to try to download Parsec, since it would likely be easier to run everything. You know, for example, you don't have audio through a Discord screen share.
Yeah, don't.
But if you don't have Parsec running already, that might be a bit too late.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if. No, it's. I deleted it. Damn.
Don't sweat it. So you know what? Instead, I'm going to be asking you another question. We're playing Oregon. Polar Pandas just banned Thatcher. What kind of attack-sided operator ban do you expect to be seeing from MishMash?
Maybe Maverick or Jacko.
That would make sense. Yep.
Pretty common bans. Let's see.
I mean, Kali.
Oh,
That's
Kali.
that. Okay. In a sense, I get it. Wait, no. Oh, they voted them. Yes, of course. Because Polar Pandas are like the only team that brings a Kali as a hard breach counter, or as a hard breach support, should I say. And the thing is, most teams would just use a Maverick, open up the one hole in the middle of the wall, chuck an aid, and destroy the bandit batteries this way.
Yeah.
Kali is a bit of a knob pick in the sense that like she has so little firepower, and that's like the inherent trade-off by using her. And this is why Polar Pandas were the only ones to do so. And here, she's been banned.
They've studied.
Yeah, they. That's the thing. I think MishMash is one of the better organized teams in a sense. Simply put, they're doing their homework. They're not just coming into the matches more or less blind and let's see what happens or come what may. That's not their approach. And it kind of shows, right? They are seeded second or third in the playoffs right now. I'm not exactly sure, but I believe like Thirsty Bastards also did have a really good run so far, which would make them which would give them an equal footing to MishMash Gaming. But that hypothetical tie is going to be broken next week. Other than that, we have a Wamai ban and also a Mira. But really, going back to the Kali thing, I mean, you can ban Kali and Thatcher as much as you want. Maverick's still going to be there.
Yep. It's not gonna be picked though.
It might be due to a 6-pick situation, but no, Char is gonna be 6-picking to Ying. That's odd. That's kind of odd, I gotta say.
Yeah. That's all right. Let's see how this plays out. They can't. Oh, maybe under. They're gonna try to play under.
Oh yeah, that would. I mean, I guess I get it because you do have Ash and Zofia to have those explosives, blow up the floor and, engulf the bandit battery, or in that instance, Kid Electric Claw in the explosion. But still, an IQ would be a bit more interesting because, for example, Kid can play, if I can put it that way, smartly, in the sense that he could maybe, like, I don't know, hide the electric claw behind the TV on the other side of the wall, and then Ash would have a hard time figuring the thing out, right?
Yeah.
But hypotheticals, and even that, hiding is not as good because they're still eventually going to find out what happened. And there you have it, a Banshee, 2 ADS devices. The ADS devices are going to get nerfed into, not exactly oblivion, but they're really, really going to get nerfed, and that is interesting. Other than that, MishMash are spawning in. And how do you expect this push to go if you see like how they're spawning, where they're positioning themselves?
They don't Cade is very late to the attic wall.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he's trying to Cade trick. Maybe bait the A. Nah.
He just tossed it. There you go.
Yeah.
And once again, you don't have audio through the Discord screen share. I get that, but yeah, he did toss it a bit late, but he wasn't trying to Cade tricks or anything.
All right. So Ash on her home. All right. She's maybe grouping up or not.
That's it. She's going. No, she didn't open up the floor there. But did Kaid pick up the electric claw? He did. So, I mean, he can still just toss it back and not above the opening Ash made. There you go, as such, right? And that is likely to be good enough. I mean, I don't expect Ash to figure it out. But at the other side of the building, they did manage to open up the wall. So this is where the pressure is going to be coming from. And Poseidon. I was expecting Poseidon. Poseidon is here holding the angle.
All right, he's going to toss a smoke to...
Yep.
Yeah, waste some time. Yeah, let's...
Oh no, is he lagging? No, okay. Oh, Maddox is losing a bit of health. What was that? That was the shotgun right here. Wow. So that's Myogang. I'm gonna have to get used to those gamer tags. I believe these teams have had a few updates in their rosters. Kenny is inhaling toxic smoke. That's gonna be pushing him back a little bit. But Char's, that Candela charge could actually be dangerous. The smoke just, went away. He would have been vulnerable, but Char doesn't want to push in through this one. I get that, but I mean it's still important utility used without getting any kind of advantage in return.
He's
And
gonna
right
get the
there,
shield. He got the shield and the kill.
Yep. And that could be another one. Nah, not exactly. There's
Maybe
still
on the right if he pre-fires on the right.
right here. That could be Lunar. Let's not forget that the defenders do have the upper hand, right? It's a 4v3 situation, 40 seconds on the clock, and the OBJ itself is still standing pretty strong, right? Ace has only opened up the attic area, so it's not as simple as just getting one kill, smoking down, and then planting the diffuser. It's going to be a bit more complicated than that. And I feel like MishMash are aware of that. There's going to be yet another piece of smoke. No!
The C4 was very close. Oh, they're coming in.
Yeah, because the thing is, the C4...
Oh, he doesn't see him.
Oh, no! Because the thing is, Smoke had planted down a Toxic Babe, hadn't detonated it, and then the C4 destroyed that. And
oh no!
I mean, the rush, the Candela rush was really well executed. It failed at the end. You saw it, right?
Yeah.
But you know, losing the Smoke Grenade, losing the Toxic Babe could have been a round changer. At the end of the day, it wasn't. Oh, sorry for the replays from the last game. That's what happens when you're at the end of a game. You don't flush them properly. But we should still have this round's replay. Yes, replay buffer was wrong. So we should be good. We should be good. Sorry about the added delays. But yeah, Polar Panda is kind of winning it by the skin of their teeth, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna see a Legion pick here. They're going laundry. All right. So no Maestro. I don't know if they have intel. No, they don't have intel. So no Valk, no Maestro.
Just give us half a second because the replays are still showing, so the people don't actually see what you're talking about. Just let the replays run. You can look at the second screen share I'm sending you through Discord. And right there, where's my team? Just getting an absolute double kill here. Nicely done. So you were saying no intel operators whatsoever. I gotta say, in a sense though, and I do get that, you know, you're kind of shoehorning the operator in the intel gathering role, but still, a goo mine going off can indicate that an attacker is coming down the stairs or a Melusi Banshee. But we're still talking about weak intel gathering gadgets, if you want to consider them as such in the first place. So, furthermore, it looks like there's going to be a bit of an extended hold 3 ADS devices on the shield. That's going to be interesting, because that's the kind of playstyle that no longer is going to be possible with, you know,
the new season coming up.
Exactly. That's going to be interesting, actually.
Because Aruni is not going to be playable in comms, so it's going to be weird.
You know, there's always this lame duck period where you can't use her because you have to make sure she's an OP, and that's like the ADS devices being used up. Maddox just rushing in. He's gonna get the shield destroyed, so Poseidon once again, still expecting Poseidon. Poseidon is not falling back, and there's a laser pointer on the gun too, so they know he's there. Natural Cell might be a bit of a bait.
Oh, he's reinforcing. Very bold move. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
That's gonna be a huge double kill.
Does he know though?
I think he does. Triple.
Oh, no
Gohan.
way.
Gohan just going off. He could get a 5-man this way. Like, diffusers, of course, gonna get planted. Oh, and the other remaining defenders are just...
They don't know Lunar's there.
No, but they're still too far away. Okay, I'm surprised diffuser has just begun to be planted down. But Shadow isn't gonna push it. There you go. He falls down. That's a quad kill. Lunar running back up the stairs. Oh gosh.
Is he gonna get the ace? Is he gonna get the ace?
So at this point, you could ask that of either Gohan or Lunar, both players. kind of want to get the last kills here. Kill or kills. But yeah, this is a lost hope for poor Lunar. I mean, MishMash's push was just too good.
And that's coming back to my point, the very aggressive playstyle from MishMash.
Yes, absolutely.
They just went in, flashed in, got the shield, and just ran in and got every kill they could.
Absolutely. Let me just... Oh gosh, whether... I know whether replays aren't flushing. Wait. Aren't... Okay, yeah, the replays were not flushing properly. Now we should be good though. So yeah, this round, like you said, it was just crazy aggressive right here. Poseidon was kind of was kind of still making that mistake. Was kind of relying on where's my team on the Cade above his shoulder to protect him. That firefight was lost by Cade. I mean, it could have gone both ways, and by design, Smoke was sorely exposed, so the timing was just wrong. They did have a few neat little tricks up their sleeve. For example, waiting till the ADS devices are up to throw the smoke. When the shield has been eaten up, still staying there, lying prone, and playing for time. You know, hoping to get one premature or eager push. That didn't happen, and then you know the nitro cell bait, hoping they get pushed while the nitro cell gets thrown out. The timing was just not there, and I mean, did MishMash read into it? You can't exactly predict a nitro cell toss, right? So I guess it was just an act of God, so to say. The time was just not there, but at the end of the day, the results are the same. MishMash just evaded every single trick that Polar Pandas had for them.
They're gonna play double shield in blue. That's unusual, per se.
Yep, that's something you don't see too often. Still, I mean, ADS devices are going to be there everywhere. Oh, that got shut down pretty quick, though.
Yeah, in 2 seconds. Like.
So, where's my team? He's going to have to fall back. I think the idea was to bring in a Cade to allow to have, like, more deployable shields, right? So, Poseidon had a forward shield. Now he can bail behind the Vulcan shield. And that's just playing for time in a way. That's already going to be the third and last Vulcan shield. Vulcan shield, sorry. The Toxic Babe, that's going to be 2 kills, rapid succession. No, a third, actually. He has been down. He's going to get, put out of his misery, though. Where's my team? Can crawl to safety. And with any luck, Shadow will be able to revive him. But still, there's a gaping hole in their defenses. And it's just begging to be used to its fullest potential. Gohan right here isn't going to rush in blindly, but we know what's going to happen, right?
He's going to have to peak one day.
Is there a roamer up here? I don't see a roamer. Oh, Lunar! That's actually a really good pick. Could even reinforce those walls if you wanted to. I mean, in a hypothetical, rehashed version of that defense. But that's why they weren't trusting themselves.
Is he gonna get the double?
It doesn't look likely. He was shooting at Axis's feet, right? It's still not crazy good DPS. But the thing is, Gohan is basically the only one pushing on OBJ, and he's not gonna trust himself to push in alone, which forces Axis to rotate. I mean, it's great and all. Getting the diffuser, all that good stuff. But that just shut down an entire flank to the push, right? The push is not going to be very unilateral, and it's extremely easy to shut down this way. Oh, as you can see, Lunar's...
Yeah, they've got the intel.
Yeah, that's not going to be easy either way, to be honest. Like, granted, Lunar doesn't know he's been spotted, so he could probably be pre-fired and that kind of stuff. But even given knowledge...
Go on, just got picked.
Yeah. That's looking like a lost cause here. 1v4 situation. He is Nomad. X is playing Nomad, so he could, deny any kind of flanks and that kind of stuff. But still, he wasn't going to pull off a 1v4 situation face-to-face with a support operator. It was just not going to happen. So there you have it. Polar Pandas winning with a second round, or winning their second point, should I say. But thing is, we've seen that the rounds can go either way, right? So MishMash won their only point by being crazy aggressive. But if I was what I can take home from those 3 early rounds is, simply put, if MishMash aren't rushing in aggressively, it looks like the slow and steady play style is going to be favoring Polar Pandas.
Yeah, and also there was no roam clearing on that one, so maybe they could have got Polar. Was that Polar who was upstairs with Legion?
I'm not. Was it Shadow? I'm no longer sure. I mean, Lunar. There you go.
Yeah, they could have got one pick from there, but let's see.
So after having spent 2 rounds on the basement floor, of course, Polar Pandas are going to go in the dorms main hall and kids dorms room again. If I was to be like extra specific, but you know where it's at, right? Top floor defense. It looks like, is the wall truly gonna stay soft? Because I mean, like Lunar was right there. Why should Shadow come back and maybe reinforce himself? I guess where's my team makes sense that he is going to be putting on the kid electric claw. But I was kind of baffled to see a few operators dancing around right here.
Oh, like there's 4 people at the same place.
I gotta say, like, the taste it leaves in my mouth is that they haven't prepped or rehearsed the preparation. Of course, Bandit knows, or I should say, Cade knows where the electric claws go. Lunar knows where the ADSs go. All that good stuff. I mean, I have no issues with that. But the thing is, if they don't know which walls they're supposed to reinforce, they're going to be having a suboptimal route. You know, the back and forth between where I should put the ADS, where I should put the barbed wire, where I should reinforce the walls. And that seemed a bit disjointed in a sense, you know? I mean, I guess I'm nitpicking since Polar Pandas still do have the upper hand points-wise. But you may get how it feels a bit worrying for their performances if even that isn't too well coordinated, you know?
Yeah, Oregon being a defender-sided map.
Oh, so he... I wasn't fast enough to swap between the POVs, but there you have it. Where's my
gonna
team's
get
put
up.
down? Yeah, of course he was gonna get revived. But the electric claw hasn't been spotted out. I mean, was it Ash or Zofia here? It really doesn't matter too much. But they haven't been able to spot the electric claw. It took a bit of time, but there you go. And now Kenny is going to be opening up. Is this part of the wall? There's still a Banshee and 2 ADSs, but it's just a minor utility dump at this point. So... after having been able to breach the wall, Kenny and it looks like Maddox are also going to be rotating. So, of course, a 2-pronged push, just like last time around. We're going to be droning and, you know, scouting out the defenses. Valkyrie, Pesidon right here is, of course, going to be the first line of defense. Do note, though, he has a deployable shield instead of using the Nitro Cell. So this makes him a bit less lethal. Shadow through the... that could be huge! Oh, how much did he potato? Gohan is extremely lit. Should have died right there, but he didn't. And now his position is known. It could actually be a blessing in disguise, because if they stop their push, and if they were to actually turn around and flush the roamers, it could be huge. But no! No! MishMash are just electing to ignore, you know, Shadow's position, push in the site, and hopefully force him in a retake situation. But that does not seem too likely now. They committed a lot of resources, and that kind of failed, not exactly miserably, because they still got a kill or 2 out of it. But, you know, MishMash did not come out on top there. Lunar. Oh, Kenny getting a nice kill there, but god damn it, my spectating skills are awful. Lunar, friendly kids from kids dorms, got a nice kill, a nice pick. ADS device is going to be unfortunate. There's the Melusi causing havoc, and there you have it, caught between 2 angles. Kenny couldn't do too much. Polar Pandas now leading 3-1. That's not the kind of scoreline I would have expected. Especially considering the fact that, I mean, the vote was going all the way to MishMash Gaming. The votes were like 100% to nothing. 6 voices have been heard last I checked. Maybe a few more people have voted since we last took a look at it. But I mean, still, people were expecting MishMash to win. And so far, it's not exactly going their way. Want to become famous? Abso-fucking-lutely not. There you go.
These spots.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. It would be, I don't know, say egotistical to pretend I'm on a like 8-tier celebrity list, but even if I was to become like crazy and then famous, I kind of do like the capabilities, or I do like to be able to make my groceries without being like approached by random strangers, if that makes sense. Like, not that I don't like having support and you guys saying, hey, keep on doing what you do, you're doing a great job. I mean, these kind of compliments are what keep me going. But, I mean, there's like a point after which it becomes a bit too much, if that makes sense. So, with that being said, I already gave those spammers way too much of my time. So back to the game. That is Polar Pandas winning 2 rounds in a row, so they are going to have to go to their tertiary bomb site, which of course is going to be kitchen and meeting hall. Reinforcements here. Top floor is going to be held, I guess. Yeah, just like last time, the reinforcements in the attic are late. but they're still going to be there with a castle nonetheless. So how are MishMash going to be pushing this? I'm as much asking you the question as I am looking at their actions to figure out what's going to happen.
Maybe they're gonna pinch the attic and bedroom.
I mean, Char could just cross the hall, open up this wall, and push from games. There are castle barricades left and right, so the defenders really box themselves in. Polar Pandas are going to be playing a static playstyle rather than, you know, the ever-moving roamer, the ever-elusive roamer, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, I mean, castle barricades are supposed to be eating up utility, you know? Not either playing for time by the knife or forcing Ash or Sophia to use one of their explosives. But Sledge hardly cares, right? You never run out of the hammer. You never run out of sledgehammer hits. So, yeah, that could actually be huge. That could be huge. Wait, is he going to chuck an aid? He is going to chuck an aid, isn't he? Oh, no, Kenny!
No. Oh, no, Kenny!
Oh, no.
That's unfortunate.
And right there,
Oh.
right there. It seems like a lot of players are not aware of their surroundings that much, right? Maddox just got surprised. Luckily enough, he didn't die. And now that hole could be used to flush out Lunar. Wow, the crazy cross angles. I mean, to me, it feels like every single player is kind of flanked and pinched and there you go, exactly there. He was kind of extremely complacent.
Oh.
Really close to danger.
Oh, Lunar.
Yeah, Maddox with a double kill. That is now looking pretty good for the blue team. So, Meow Gang is going to get a nice kill here, proving that he still has control over Meeting Hall. And a 2v3 is already less intimidating than a 2v4. Shadow, of course, holding on to the other bomb site. That's going to be yet another kill for him. Jaeger just going ham, right? The 416 is just a great gun all around, but he is still going to have to fall back, and that kind of forfeits control over Meeting Hall, which could be dangerous. You know, Char can prevent him from going back, at least if he was to peek from the right-hand side. And Axis could maybe even try to plant, I don't know, behind the bomb, behind the desk. It would be hard to have, like, the one angle where Meow wouldn't see you if he was to peek from the right side. Once again, the left angle from this perspective would be watched or would be covered by Char. And yeah, he's planting without them knowing that. It was just a bait though. Axis is biding his time. Char also. Oh, that grenade could be huge. That could be actually huge. But only 12 seconds left on the clock. He's gonna have to plant for real this time. Yeah, and Meow Gang is still alive.
He lost a bit of HP right there.
Oh no, it looks like the round's gonna be won by Polar Pandas at this point. Axe is gonna get one kill. He's gonna have to play. He's not on bomb site. They have to get the kill. No!
Oh no!
Oh no!
MishMash! Oh no!
Oh, so unfortunate. Like I said when MishMash won their point, slow and steady is gonna go Panda's way. You have to find a weakness and to exploit it fast. Also, I gotta say, it does help when Kenny doesn't suicide on a nade, because that round was won by a split second, right? I mean, had who was it? It was Axis. Had Axis, you know, went half a step further to be in bomb site proper, the round probably would have gone MishMash's way. But that just goes to show how close these go, and that's what you love to see.
Oh no! As you see on the replay right there,
That's unfortunate. So this was Meeting Kitchen, and it went Polar Pandas due to time update. Our round history has to stay up to date should there be a rehost situation required. And so real quick, let's just take a look. I am quite surprised that the top fragger all around is Gohan, since of course, I mean, he's on the losing team, so that is something.
Yeah.
And on the other side, of course, Polar Pandas getting more kills all around. I mean, total, but the single most influenced player on the complete game is on the losing side, which is kind of not exactly unfortunate, but surprising in a sense.
Yeah. You're gonna see. Oh, they're not going to play blue this time.
Well, I guess it didn't work out too great for them. So, yeah, this is why they're going to be not extending this time around. Plus, we're talking about round number 6. So at this point, if MishMash don't win this round, we would be staring at a 5-1 split for the halftime roll swap, which would not be too impressive and too encouraging for MishMash Gaming. Poseidon is going to be roaming by security. I do hear a few footsteps, but oh, that's actually Lunar who was running above him. So a lot of roamers left and right, but at the same time kind of implies that you have, you know, fairly few players directly on bobside dropper, and therefore Madas getting one if he was to be able to channel
the
another one.
refrag.
Yeah, nice
Kenny's-
refrag there. Lunar still there. Where's my team? Where's my team playing aggressive? I like that. You know, just surprising. Doing it would probably be a poor positioning if he's drone, if he's expected that kind of stuff.
Oh, he was drowned right
Yeah,
there.
he was unfortunately drowned. But that's the thing. When you're not expect. Oh, triple
my
kill. Okay.
Maddox.
Okay. I mean, Lunar still by the hatch. It's strong if you want to deny access to the big tower, but if the attackers aren't
come
pushing
down.
big tower.
Ooh,
Wow, Poseidon.
Poseidon.
That was a team kill or what? No, somebody's health is dwindling, but I guess Maddox was just sticking to an electrified wall or something. So Lunar in freezer. I mean, he's back now, right? They're right there. There's gonna be Gohan. And I gotta say, Gohan is a new addition to the team. That's huge. I mean, his addition to Mishmash's roster is going to be proving its worth. And
Yeah, as we can
Shadow
see
just a
right
nice
there.
ace. Yep. He earned that. So I gotta say, the extended hold might even have been the right call to make, in the sense that they had, placement extended hold had a 50% success track record.
Yep.
But the cutoff, reinforced wall had a 0% success track record. I gotta say, our sample size is smaller, so take that with a great assault. But yeah, MishMash ended up winning the round.
They came back to that very aggressive playstyle, and it just works for them. They came back to what was working.
Oh gosh. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be having some referee stuff to do, because yeah, I'm being poked by players from another match. Yeah, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna be like texting through Discord. So I guess you're gonna be staying on Kenny's perspective, or you know what? I'm gonna put it in third person, so at least you can see more or less what's happening. I'm so sorry. Do you mind casting on your own?
That's all right. All right, so we got pretty standard composition for a top floor hold. Kenny reinforcing the attic windows. Still, the wall is not reinforced. Oh, they didn't reinforce the attic wall. They're playing with rotation into it. So maybe someone's gonna play a big tower and hold the top floor like that.
By the way, I do apologize for the 30 FPS here, because like my cursor or my mouse is on Discord on the other window, so this is going to draw resources away from from the game itself. So you know what? Let's just take I don't know, somebody that's going to be sticking on OBJ. So I guess Char or Axis are going to give a pretty good perspective of what's going on.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Axis getting its Nitro Cell kill. And Gohan getting another one.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm actually going to have to ask you to like download Parsec pretty quickly, because I'm going to probably have to jump in a voice call with these players to check what's happening.
All right.
Because then you're gonna be able to like remote control into the computer, and that would help a lot.
Alright, I just need to download it.
Please.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Yes.
All right.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
So once again, to the stream, we're so sorry. Like I said at the beginning, there are 5 matches in parallel tonight. So I, as a referee, have to turn my attention whenever a problem erupts, and the game or the casting here it takes a bit of a hit because that's what I have to do.
Just send me your
Yes. So did you send me the friend request already?
oh,
There's only one Hans IV4 if you look me up.
alright. There you go. Oh, that's my desktop. Sorry.
Yes. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna be with you shortly. Did you send me a friend request, or what's your gamer tag on Parsec?
They can.
It's PizzaZack, hashtag 22 38 49 6.
Gotcha. So I just added you. You're gonna have to approve my request before we can be friends. It says.
View friend request. Oh, there's no capital letters or anything.
No.
Alright, I don't know why it's not there. I don't
Have
it.
you? Have you checked your?
Oh, no, I got it. Alright. Computer.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Okay, so please ask to connect to 6th gen.
5
6
seconds
gem.
remaining.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'll plug in my controller.
Yep. Well, you don't have to. I'm gonna give you keyboard access. There you go. So if you hit, for example, if you were to hit 1.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So he's doing that, not me. Is it still working?
Yep. I can do it on
Oh,
controller.
are you still moving something?
I can.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So like I said, I am going to have to leave. Of course, I'm going to be like pulling out the laptop to not use up the stream computer, all that good stuff. But yeah. So guys, I leave you in the good hands of PizzaZack. I'm going to be back whenever this issue with the other game is resolved. And yeah, with that being said, you're on your own. Good luck.
Thank you. So here we're gonna have Poseidon getting picked in the beginning, the first minute of this round. We got Maddox right here roaming, probably. I don't know. All right, Lunar holding that angle. Let's see. Wait. Nobody's on top. All right, we got Shadow right here. Probably. Oh, Blitz is rushing in.
Attackers dropped the diffuser. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Rushing in downstairs. Russian freezer.
Attackers recovered
So
the diffuser.
Rook is gonna have to. Oh, they're gonna get denied. All right, pushing from main stairs now. We're gonna see. Oh, Jaeger, Maddox, getting it. Oh, he's gonna get pinched. Still got a kill, but gets refragged right after.
Drones up and running.
Already, I figured it out now. All right. So Ash running in.
Bomb located by attackers.
Nitro still getting detonated.
Diffuser has been
Oh,
dropped. 15 seconds to go.
MishMash getting the upper end. So yeah, MishMash Gaming making a comeback. It's 4-4 now, so match could go either way now. Let's see. Kitchen defense. pretty basic lineup on offense. You get the Ace, Nomad, Twitch.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Buck also pretty good pick for upstairs.
I'm back.
All right.
So, real quick, do you mind if I was to take up the observing rule again, or did you have fun observing?
Take it.
Awesome. Yeah, it's still your first cast ever, right? So I wouldn't want to put too much stress on you. But all around, what did I miss? Like, or for anyone who just joined in, this is round 9, so I just missed the 1, and I guess MishMash won it since it's now a 4-4 scoreline.
Yeah. The audio is pretty loud.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, I know. Just wait. I'll
5 seconds to go.
drop it on my computer. There
Yeah,
you
perfect,
go.
perfect.
Bomb located by attackers.
Yeah,
That was
sorry
pretty
about
loud.
sorry about that. Yeah. But the good news is now I guess I no longer have to screen share you through Discord. Plus, you now have audio. So whenever, for example, Cade tosses in an Electroclaw and you don't hear it and it hasn't spooled off yet, you're still going to hear it hit. So. Yeah, so that was, I guess, a MishMash second victory in a row since they're now on their tertiary bomb sites. And
Yeah.
you were mentioning Buck.
Yeah.
So
Pretty good pick. He has a good gun, pretty good fire rate. So let's. Ooh.
Oh, barely not though. Barely not. So Maddox was ready for him. It really does look like MishMash. Oh no! Like he heard somebody repelling in. I guess it was Lunar Silhouette. Yeah, he did hear Lunar repel in, but it was just too little, too late. He was unaware of Mew Gang's positioning, and he just ran head down into a trap. Okay. In chat, yeah, people were saying that we were swamped pretty bad there. I'm sorry. We really have to get like more refs and that kind of stuff going, but one thing at a time. And also Twitch is something I haven't seen too often, right? But I guess it's in a good sense because at this point, like players no longer expect a Twitch, and therefore she comes in undetected, basically.
Yeah, but still, go on upstairs, watching the plant for a potential plant. I mean,
Right,
he's
so
gonna get flashed.
But that's the thing, caught between two angles. There still was Melusi at the top of the white stairs. Looks like Lunar wants to go for the refrag, but he's going to be facing the same kind of dilemma his teammate was before him. So that Twitch drone is going to be a nuisance. But ultimately, removing 1 hit point per shot is not a good use of your time. You're not even going to finish off a player that was down. Oh, that smoke is not going to hit too hard, but still Shadow has a diffuser and he is more or less isolated. I think that's a danger in and of itself. Losing the diffuser with 50 some seconds on the clock would be a pretty hefty hit to the attackers at this point.
Melusi on stairs now.
Yep, still there. What kind of natural cell is that? He must have just butterfingered the keyboard there. But Lunar. Oh no! Oh no, Lunar! No. Okay, now they're ready.
No, Twitch.
He really was hesitating the entire time, and that just cost him. Shadow getting 1, but Toxic Babes, those are really going to be the real pain here because with 19 seconds, he has diffuser, but has to commit to a 1v3 push with very low intel, and he isn't even remotely close of setting foot directly on bomb site. Cameras up.
Yeah,
it's lost.
Oh,
It's lost. He gets 1, but they're not gonna peek. Are they? Are they gonna peek? Okay. Well, I mean, Axis still got it. So does it really matter? In a sense, no. But part of me wants to say, still keep your good habits, because if you were to peek in a careless manner, not that this was careless, but if you were to peek when you don't have to, eventually it's gonna come around and bite you. So I hope we don't have too many replays from 2 rounds ago. We do not. Awesome. So yeah, that push is I mean, it feels to me like Polar Pandas do have a fairly, not exactly identical, but somewhat similar playstyle and attack compared to MishMash. Slow and methodical. The difference between Polar and MishMash is that they weren't too successful in the early stages, right? We remember when, before MishMash were defending, MishMash would just rush in, get like 2 or 3 picks, then was a 2v4 situation. And then the Polar Panda defenders were able to bring this back. But MishMash still had their own successes on attack. And right here it was just, failure on most sides, almost fronts where Polar Panda tried to do something, not sides, as in both teams did bad. Casters, Limbo, myself, of course, you probably know me, Hans IV4, and Pizza Zach. Pizza Zach, do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
It's my first cast here. I play for Remake Esport. I'm a sub for them. Yeah, I've been playing Siege for 2 years now, and that's my first time being involved in any competitive scene.
Yeah, so it's his first cast, guys. Please be gentle, if I can put it that way. But all around, I mean, I think we can still feel that you're somewhat inexperienced, that you're still figuring, weird bearings and everything. But all around, you're not doing too bad of a job. The chat previously, somebody was saying this guy is lost. Once again, first cast, but you still know more or less what to say. You're looking for, the proper way of conveying the idea, but you're not, flat out lost there. And that's something I think that is a good first impression of the kind of, potential that you have. When it's not, I want to say, let's say intuitive, what you gotta say, then you're screwed. But if it's intuitive, but you're still looking for the best way of putting it, that's something that can be learned. But just like having ideas is another matter entirely. Looks like Maddox
Getting it the first pick here.
Yep.
Oh, go on, following up.
Yeah, so MishMash or just, getting the early lead there. 5v3 situation. I mean, the reverse was true also when MMG were defending, when they were attacking.
Ooh, Maddox.
Yeah, I don't see Polar Pandas pulling ahead now. They're gonna have to get a crazy kill to death ratio. Shadow, Arsh, and Meow Gang. If somebody's supposed to be a heavy fragger, that's going to be Ash, but she's just struggling right now. And real quick, so Meow Gang has a 6 to 7 KD and 8 to 7 for Shadow. So either slightly positive, either slightly negative. But one thing is for sure, it's not like the 2, even 3 kills per death that we're looking for if Polar Pandas were to pull it off.
Second kill?
Maybe. Who's that? Oh, that's Char. The shotgun. SMG-11. Okay, it's not a crazy long-range weapon. I guess Meow Gang would have the upper hand in that instance, but it's not muted. It's not electrified. Oh, it might be muted, actually. Give me half a sec. No jammer. So Shadow would have a fairly easy time opening up the wall, but that would also open up a new line of sight from which he could get fired at. And I think that's a danger, knowing that the attackers are outnumbered badly here. Flash is gonna go out. And that's Kenny, right? Yeah, Kenny isn't gonna get, blinded by those pieces of utility. Still holding the angle, being patient, being passive. But, yeah, I don't think Meow Gang knows he's there. Okay, maybe he does.
Oh, no!
Axis. That was Axis, yeah. So, Shadow has just to commit to a push. And that is not too encouraging. Hard left. There's going to be Melusi. And Gong's just gonna peek there.
Swinging.
There you go. MishMash Gaming winning round number 8. Round number 10. Wait, that's now 5 to 4 if I'm correct. So MishMash officially have recouped the disadvantage they were on, and they even now have the lead. So Local saying quel homme polyvalent anglais espagnol. So is Local talking about you? Do you speak Portuguese?
Nah.
Okay, so okay, I don't speak Portuguese. So Local, I'm not sure who you're referring to, but that man speaking 4 languages, that's pretty impressive. Yeah. So no, wait. I thought it was still 4 to 4, and that this was MishMash's 5th point.
No, it's 6.
It's
match
their
point.
6th point. Yeah, it's match point. I hadn't realized that. Once again, thank you for bearing with me while I was being, poked left and right. So yeah, actually, and this was their primary bomb sites. Now they're in the basement on their tertiary bomb site. And why am I talking numbers here? Why is it so important? Well, of course, the defenders are going to be picking the easiest bomb site to defend first, and the second easiest to defend second. And if we go into, meeting hall and kitchen eventually, that just gives the attacker a higher statistical chance of winning the round. Simply put, it's a weaker site to defend. But since we're not in that dreaded tertiary environment, Polar Panda's, statistical chances of winning the round would just go down slightly because of that. Add in the historical factor on top of the bomb site we're in, and I think they're going to be facing a pretty grim reality there. I'm all for Polar Panda surprising me. but I don't think it's gonna happen this round. As pessimistic as I might be
Polar
towards them.
Panda coming in with the finger pick.
Yep. Oh,
We
wait,
don't
but-
usually
okay.
see that.
Yeah, interesting. Are they gonna rush? Well, they're pretty aggressively taking map control, you know, droning and coming in right behind that. Oh, that's Char didn't have his gun ready. That's the only reason I could cite you as to how he didn't kill anybody. But now they're boosted by Finka, so Meowgang is just coming in on the right and on the left. Oh, he's just too hesitant though. Oh!
Melusi with the quick key.
Yeah, that's getting, you know, he just made up for his grenade suicide over there. Still, I mean,
Oh, get the
pu-
second.
they're in the exact same spot. Who else is pushing? So Lunar's there. I guess oh no, that's gonna be problematic. Because I wanted to say, I guess you could say that, you know, going in the exact same spot for Poseidon dying was somewhat to be expected, but that is just not going the way they wanted it to. Lunar now has to pull off a 1v5, and no, it's just gonna end up in a flawless round for MishMash Gaming. So there you have it. Good half.
Game number 1.
Game number 1 under the belt for MishMash Gaming. Polar Pandas, I'm so sorry about you guys. You did have the earlier lead, and it truly did seem as if they had, you know, the upper hand early on, right?
Yeah.
But
with
it
a
just 360'd. Yeah, during the first half, all that good stuff. But it got flipped upside down pretty quickly when MishMash started defending. And I think that's like the actual unfortunate detail that differentiates those two teams, in the sense that MishMash, they didn't win too many defensive rounds, or offensive rounds, should I say, but they still won 1 or 2, right? Polar Pandas didn't win a single one, and that simple factor caused their loss. So, yeah, our second map is going to be Theme Park. It's already been selected, since it was the next one in the playlist, and the spawn sites are reversed, so it's actually going to be MishMash defending. Not that big of an issue. There we go. And all around, GG's to the players. I'm just going to be updating the team names. MishMash Gaming, Polar Pandas. There we go. Let's just indicate that MishMash won the round, or won the map, should I say. So I did see that I believe Polar Pandas are ready to go again. MishMash, what about you guys? Do you want to have a 5 minutes break? Let's see what they're going to say. So all around, Pizza Zach, what were your impressions on the game?
I was very surprised about how the second half of the game went. It seemed like Polar Panda had the game under their belt, but as you said, the match can go either way, and MishMash like proved us that anything is possible here. They did come back from a very high round difference.
Yep. So right here, while you were saying this, I was of course not. When I just respond with that, yeah, you're right. I am definitely just not trying to respond and kindly while not listening. MishMash have asked for a 5 minutes break, so we're going to be starting in, well, roughly 5 minutes. So that absolutely does give us 5 minutes to analyze the match. Unfortunately, like me leaving mid-game, it did kind of throw me off, or just, you know, I kind of lost track when I came back. Mainly, you know, the pivotal point where MishMash were able to take the lead, and I didn't even realize we were staring at a match point situation and it was already upon us. So I really kind of have to just follow your lead in that instance. This is Gibby. This is what you get for running Fink, a terrible op. Oh no, oh no. And Panda CDN saying goodnight. Yep, Panda CDN, you are the team leader for Polar Pandas, right? Let me just take a look on Gilded. Let me just take a look on Gilded to make sure. Yeah, I don't see how I could be wrong there. Yes, so Panda, who plays people who play Finger? Okay, Gibby, please remain respectful though, okay? Please remain respectful. And you know, all I gotta say is Panda CDN, if I had to give you my personal suggestion, would be to just work on your offenses a bit more. Defense is easy. You can strat, you can make plans, you can practice them, like rehearse just putting it on the ADS devices, going into the staircase, putting down the barbed wire, running to the wall, and just practicing until you make it to the 45 seconds so that you can be properly ready when the attackers come in should there be a rush. You know, that kind of stuff can be prepped for, but you can hardly strat as an attacker. You can, of course, say, okay, we're going to be, for example, when you want to flush out a smoke anchoring in the bunker area, you can practice like Ash just throwing flashbangs, and then, you know, Zofia peeking in and destroying the shield, then rushing, hopefully without too many smoke canisters in your face to maybe kill him before the hole gets patched up. But that's a bit harder to prep for, right? Because if they decide to not extend the hole, well, then that was just in vain. If you plan on attacking and coming in through the one wall that rarely gets reinforced, but this time get reinforced, you know, if you're at the end of the building and it's like your sneaky entry point into the building, but this team happens to have a roamer in the general vicinity, which is why he reinforced the one wall, you can prep for that once again. But it's yet again what I would suggest you to spend more time on, because visibly MishMash were able to get some victory wins here and you guys weren't able to. So this is like the single difference between you guys. Okay. Pizza Sack is just a superior. Yeah, I mean, not tonight. Once again, not tonight, because I am going to be swamped right after the stream ends. But if you want, eventually we are gonna have to take a look at that, say blur on your webcam.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's weird. His camera is crispy. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Crispy clear.
Hey, Hypers in chat, how are you doing? Yeah, but all that being said, we're now going to be headed into the second map, which was once again a theme park. Theme park, now MishMash will be defending first and Pandas attacking. Will it ever focus? Well, Panda, at this point, I don't expect it to. So, I mean, any camera should be able to focus. So I guess it's set on manual focus and manually out of focus. I mean, just as if I was to do this, right? It's just never gonna. Like so. So yeah, I'm using a proper camera, and I can just, you know, move the wheel, or, you know, move the physical distance between the lens and the focal point. But yeah, I guess Pizza Sack are using like a
webcam.
A proper webcam, a Logitech something. So then that's not the kind of stuff that you have granular control over. If the software doesn't want to cooperate, it's weird, but it happens. Should you be really annoyed at that? For what it's worth, you know, OBS Ninja that I'm sending you, you could just open up the program on your phone, not the program, the web page on your phone or on the laptop, if you really wanted to fix this by changing cameras. But I mean, it doesn't bother me too much. Plus, it is now 36 when you guys hear this, thanks to the 3 minutes of delay. So we should be just about ready to go. And Kenny just told us ready in chat. So, guys, good luck, have fun, and as you may know, may the best team win. So we're gonna be jumping right into it again. So, the difference between before and now, well, first and foremost, MishMash have this 1-point lead. So, of course, their morale is likely to be slightly higher. But secondly... Oh, you're not... Panda, you're not? Oh. Oh, okay. But, Panda, you gotta be, like, captain of, like, the org or something? I'm not gonna let that distract me too much, because if not, I'm never gonna focus. Haha, focus. You get it? But yeah, Polar Pandas are attacking, too. Since attack seems to have been their weakness... now that they are on attack, they're likely in for a rough 6 first rounds. You know, they may win a point here and there, a different map, different, you know, defense at an advantage. But still, I totally expect them to have the harder side, which is yet again likely to deal a heavy blow to their morale. And even if they were to get the easier, well, when they get the easier side of attacking, I kind of expect that their lower morale might hinder them a little bit. I might be too pessimistic here, but that's what I fear most for them.
Especially in Team Park, which can be a one-sided map. Like if if you lose, it's that kind of map that if you lose one round, you don't know why, but you lose like 3 more.
Yeah, before you figure out what exactly happened.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, Theme Park kind of is a map where the entry point is seemingly always the same. Like, no matter where, maybe except if you have like a drug labs hold. But even then, it happens from time to time. Attackers will always come in through, you know, office cash stash at the far end of the building.
Yep.
And this is like your typical entry point. No matter where the bomb site is, you will come in through there, flush out the roamers, and then make your way towards either Dragon or Daycare. Or if it was to be directly on initiation, I guess you're already in there. But the greater point is, if the attackers are to be too predictable, it kind of makes them complacent and easy to choke out. Basically, just hold one angle, prevent them of crossing this one doorway, and then it's GG's, right? So yeah, tough few rounds ahead of them for Polar Pandas. And Panda said, I'm not the team captain. They are their own team. They're just playing on my behalf as my team kind of disbanded. Oh, I see. How unfortunate. But I gotta say, this kind of seems to be... And I don't need... Smart bands are late to the game. Can I shut it down? Come on.
Oh, no.
Okay, Control, I'll do... Sorry, guys. Like, computer's just acting up. Are you now going to accept my... Okay, come on now. There you go. Okay, so the task manager is menace enough, and it's just gonna shut down on its own. Okay, so first round defense on Daycare. That's not something I see too often personally. It looks like the wall here is gonna be opened up from A to Z, but it's just, you know, a visual hold. The proper rotation is still gonna be there, but the rest of the wall also has to be opened because not everything's gonna be reinforced. Once again, you know, vertical visual slits. And then the proper rotation. So I guess you could technically hold on to maybe even Cafe from all the way back here. It's going to be an extremely extended hole, as we can see reinforcements and you know, rotation holes there. And it even looks like, you know, Gohan right here. You don't put a mute if you want to be roaming, you know, with a very mobile playstyle. He's probably going to be anchoring down into office. I have seen this before. It's nothing, you know, too unusual, but the sheer amount of rotation holes and that kind of stuff is what surprises me here.
Now coming in strong.
Yes, he's aggressive. To the left, there's somebody just destroying barbed wires. It looks like
they've got intel on him. Yeah.
No, the drone's just gonna get the intel. But yeah, Meow Gang just died there, so that was Gohan, right? He might even peek for a second one. I'm still amazed because that gun doesn't exactly have great range or recoil control or recoil period. So Gohan does have to have a good recoil control if he wants to peek those long angles. But yeah, I mean, Maddox on the one side, Gohan on the other, and that's more or less what I was talking about, right? If every attacker enters in from a predictable entryway, it just gives the defenders, MishMash and Innocence, an easy job at just shutting it down. You have 2 angles to watch, and it's game over. If Polar Pandas were to just, you know, force themselves through this opening, they could always rotate. Coming up, arcades isn't exactly the best angle, so I get why they don't do it.
Getting the C4 kill.
But that's the thing, exactly like you said, C4 and kills are slowly going to be stacking up, and the burden is just going to be mounting. But Maddox has been outgunned, and that is now a potential opening, which Lunar is a bit late to exploit. Because, I mean, of course, Gohan is not going to let go. You saw how prevalent he was in the previous match. So, if at all possible, I would advise Polar Pandas to just ignore or circumvent him, which would then imply that they were to push through initiation, but they're once again late to do so. Like, they're not my team, but they're my... Yeah, I get you. 3, 4, 59, 49 seconds on the clock. I mean, something's going to have to give here if you want Polar Pandas to win. But they just don't have enough success, and they're not, you know, flushing out the defenders in a timely enough fashion.
They've only got 1 drone left too.
Yeah, true. Oh,
the one
nicely done. Kenny is going to get. I mean, okay, don't say GN because that's toxic and stuff. But you know, in a ranked game, that's the kind of shot you say GN too. Still, short right there, shotgun, smokes at that range.
Yeah, this smoke is gonna buy him some time.
And Gohan's gonna get pushed by 2, I believe, right there. Gohan dies! Okay, that could be huge. He doesn't have a fuser, but still, if he gets like 1 or 2 kills quickly, could be a game changer.
Oh,
no, it's gonna be time. It's just gonna be time. But I mean, surprisingly enough, look at this. So Motzi, they were together, and Char was just lucky to not die at the end of the round as well. It came surprisingly close, to be completely frank with you guys. I did not expect it to be this close. But hey, there you have it. So let's go with the replays and tell us what you thought of the round.
MishMash had like the upper end on the beginning of the round, but it seemed as Polar Pandas were coming through and maybe getting the round. Maybe if they had more drones, more utility left at the end of the round, they could have like drawn out Char right there, and this could have prevented what happened from happening.
So, nice tries all around. But it was just too little, too late, I think, is what I gotta say here. MishMash still going with. Okay, I'm gonna take back what I did. The sentence I didn't actually finish. Throne room would have been the expected bomb site pick, and this is why they're going to be coming here for their second attempt. And I mean, the composition is somewhat interesting. You do have a bandit and a mute, so together they can protect a lot of reinforced walls, but actually mute right here, Char is going to be protecting the top floor. So it looks like Gohan and probably Maddox, since he's putting ADS devices down too. They're going to be anchoring on the top floor, so this is yet again going to be the extended hold, or a similar variant to what we saw before. And Kenny playing with the castle barricades. The one's going to be there. Not a barricade. It's by split. Where are the castles? Panels. I can't see them. Right now, I can't spot them, you know, in a blink of an eye. Oh, they're by cafe.
Yep.
One's by cafe, but there's still one unaccounted for. So, hey, it's just going to be me. I'm blind. And right here, it is going to create for an interesting situation where Polar Pandas, I mean, if they run out, they're going to realize that there's only, wow, my pronunciation is awful. Polar Pandas could realize that there's only like 2 defenders on bomb site directly and could try to rush in. Russian isn't exactly their strong suit, granted, but the idea would be to force a retake situation, because actually this is 4 silhouettes at the top floor. Axis is the only one in there, like, take him out with a grenade or something, rush in, smoke and plant, and if MishMash's rotate was not to be fast enough, could even be GG's, well, round actually for them. But no, Char's got to get the first kill on Lunar, and that's just the opening of the hostilities at this point. So yeah, the upper floor control can be powerful, but I guess Meow Gang has also realized what was going to happen. If the pressure on bomb site was to be strong enough, MishMash, of course, the roamers would have to rotate back on site, and it would be happening through this hatch, for example. But watching a dead angle isn't worth too much. Like, Meow Gang knows exactly where they're going to be coming from, but somebody else has to force the rotate, which is where Pesidon comes in. There is Rick Maddox right there, but he knows, like, they both know that their opponent are going to be pretty close by to one another. But neither is going to be actually committing to a proper push, because that's not what either of those two playstyles are about. Roamers don't want to expose themselves too much because they're playing for top floor control. Oh, he destroyed the Claymore midair! Oh. Wow! Congrats. I mean, Shadow still was there to you know, get him and to kill him, but
that's a good round.
Just too little, too late. Gohan's got to get a nasty pick for MishMash Gaming. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't let you talk nearly enough. I'm used to casting on my own, and so I am not I'm not used to like giving some space. Feel free to, you know, almost cut me off when you feel I've rambled for long enough.
All right.
So yeah, Panda CDN saying, I don't have anything to do with how they play, but I mean, their performances are still pretty good. If this composition, I mean, as unfortunate as it is for your original roster, but if this roster was to have been playing since the very beginning of the season, I believe they would have had a pretty decent shot at the playoffs as well, which is interesting in the sense that I have said this time and time again. I'm going to be repeating myself here again, but the average skill level between last season and this one has gone up drastically, and I like to see it. So, round 3. This time, I'm letting you talk. what are you seeing here?
All right, so we got initiation and office defense, which is probably like the third most picked.
Yeah.
10 seconds
Yeah,
to go.
the third bomb site you want to go when you win all of them.
5 seconds.
You see Kenny reinforcing the cafe. He's probably gonna play cafe, holding on to their, wasting their time if they try to push from there. You see the blitz pick, which is not that unusual. Especially if you want to go in, rush in, smoke, plant, all that good stuff.
Which could be possible. I mean, Pesidon is here, you know, smokes. He has the hard reach tool. Well, I guess he has, you know, he still has the Candela charge. And what? Kind of
Pesidon
rotation.
picking, getting the first kill in the first 30 seconds of the round. That could be huge for polar pandas.
So right now, there's a lot of attackers on the first floor. I guess they wanted to flush out the roamers.
Muzzy's gonna get,
Yeah, he sees
Muzzy's
defeat.
getting spotted.
I mean, he has the nitro cells, so he could be a major threat to Where's My Team. But I guess for the time being, he was still a bit too hesitant to just push in right there. He's gonna be attempting something with a pistol, but
Oh,
that's the thing, right?
yeah.
And Meow Gang holding the angle should smoke peek, but Char, of course, isn't gonna do that since now Where's My Team is dead. So it all comes down to Lunar because he has Diffuser. Shadow's with him, so if, you know, the one was to die, the other one could just still carry on. But I am unsure as to what the master plan was. Meow Gang and Where's My Team, were they supposed to be a distraction or the real push? Because, yeah, this is just falling apart, right? Blitz is dead, and Ash is really, and I do mean really low on health.
The Candela is gonna go inside.
It's still gonna go off, but I guess Char's there. Oh no, Char is
Oh.
blind! Pre-fires.
Oh.
Oh, there you have it! Lunar gonna get killed at the very same time, leaving us with Kenny and Axis. This could actually be won by by Polar Pandas.
Attackers have located a
The two defenders still have all of their health, whereas, you know, Meow Gang and Pesidon rather, are low on health, should I say. So I can easily see a 2v2 situation, you know, Meow Gang dying right here. But still, even with one hit point left, you know, on your person, you still have a gun, and you're still an active threat. A weaker threat, granted, but a threat nonetheless. And right there, oh, Axis, that almost cost him his life. He seems to be, you know, unaware. There's nobody on the first floor, so he's just turning around and preparing himself to face against a threat that is just non-existent.
He
So
maybe
basically,
wanna flying from Dragon Stairs.
Maybe, but right here, I mean, that left us with Kenny alone on bomb side, and he just couldn't deny the plant. And now, you know, playing Natural Cell on the ceiling, it's just too late. You might get a kill, maybe two if you're extremely lucky. It's not gonna happen in that instance, but, you know, hypothetically. The thing is, like, he's hesitating. It cost him how long? Like 10 seconds? And now
Yeah,
he has,
already.
like, yeah, I don't see him win this one right here. I don't see how he could do that. Oh no, there's an air jab as well. Oh no, right there, to the right. He's getting fired at. Pre-fires are a delay tactic, and that works beautifully. Polar Pandas winning their first round. Is there even a possibility? You know, let me check. Oh, sorry, caps lock. It appears that the teams that were asking for help earlier on, tensions are running high in that match, and now it looks like it may even devolve in a protest for spamming and or insulting. Unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate.
Okay, I gotta say, thank God I have received another notification, but that's just of a match that's been finished, and the players are sending me the MOS files. So awesome. Yeah, of course, as always, I have to keep an eye out on these notifications should there be a protest being brought to me. In that instance, it wasn't exactly the case, but still. So it was a throne room armory hold that was won by Polar Pandas for killing the enemy. There we go. And back here. But the question was... The question was, sorry about the hiccup that kind of caught me mid-sentence there. Does Polar Panda still have a chance of making it to the playoffs? Let me take a look. So yes. Panda CDN, the answer is yes. As Polar Pandas have 2 points, so do LFO and so do Broker Crew. Basically, there's a 3-way tie for fourth place, i.e., the way this tie gets broken is basically going to decide which team makes it into the playoffs. So yes, there's still I mean, I don't want to say good chance because you're statistically speaking about a 1 in 3 odds, but there's still a very viable chance of your team making it to the playoffs.
They're a part of that 3-way tie, so if they win that match, they're gonna be the team number 4, team number 3,
Team number 4, yeah.
4.
So team number 4, 5, and 6 have 3 points. Have 2 points rather. Right there, Axis yet again going to be a bit of a problem. There's my team losing a lot of health due to his unfortunate kneecaps sticking out there. Yeah, that's just a problem. Gohan getting a nice kill on Pesidon. So that's just already, you know, losing Ying is unfortunate because she's usually used to execute a push. The entry fraggers such as Ash or even Blitz are more or less expendable in the sense that if you lose them, you lose them. You would ideally get a kill at you, but the utility is not crucial because nobody else is actively relying on those pieces of utility. Yeah, that's Lutz right there. Kenny is not on a phone, not watching the cameras. He is holding the angle. And right here, that's still Axis, still being a major problem. Yao Gang wants to get the refrag, and it looks like he's gonna get it! Axis falling down, that is now an opening being made, and that can put some pressure on Gohan. But he gets one, he is likely to turn around.
Kenny got one too.
Oh, so let's leave this with Meow Gang, who walks up the stairs right here. No, but no, Kenny's gonna be expecting him, and there you go. Shadow, last player alive, 1v4 situation. The wall bangs could actually work. Oh, no,
he didn't.
The line of sight. The line of sight had been opened up, but he was unaware of that. Gohan, thus, just gonna get it. I mean, okay, Gohan is just a crazy fragger. He's been such a prevalent force all night long, and. Why am I mentioning him? Because I don't know him. It's like it's his first week playing on MishMash, as far as I can tell. Or if it's not his first, maybe I didn't witness their match last week or something. But he's still a fairly recent addition to the roster, and seeing as, you know, effective he is, I can't argue against his pick. I couldn't name who he, you know, replaced. Has this team being kicked off the roster because he wasn't good enough, or has this player just stepped down because, you know, family or work issues, or what would you? I mean, life happens, right? I don't know, but however, why or how Gohan came up into the roster, he has earned his place.
Yeah, he's a good addition to this team. His fragging potential are very good. Yeah, I mean, he gets the job done.
Real quick, I just have a quick question for you. So you may have seen the latest comments in chat. So Grosak and Church, do you know them? Are these like your friends being sarcastic, or are they truly hurtful comments?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, but I mean, you may or may not like one casting playstyle or another, but still, please remain respectful and civil to one another.
Oh no! Kenny.
Was that a troll? I think it was a troll. And
Yeah,
probably. I mean, it's their playstyle, right? When they defend throne room like they're doing right now, they like to have a lot of top floor control by having many roamers. You know, Kenny putting a barricade right there with an ADS device, actually. Even a mute jammer? Sure. No. Okay. But you know, the overarching point is, yeah, it was part of the prepared or pre-planned, agreed upon plan. You know, way of defending the bomb sites. But yeah, Gohan wasn't supposed to be on the hatch, and that just cost them a few precious few seconds. The good news regarding our full pro of Pandas is that this time around, the defense is known. They know more or less what to expect, and therefore they're likely to just flush out the roamers or the defenders a bit faster. That is going to get destroyed pretty quickly. Is there a defender ready to receive the pressure?
Maddox.
Maddox getting a kill with the UMP45, so he's been playing Pulse. I hadn't realized he wasn't Pulse. So right here, Kenny is receiving pressure. He's going to be falling back somewhat, but then again, Char is there to pick up the slack, looking for the feet, not finding them this time. Natural Cell, double C4 actually. Char is going to get it, but somebody else did put down Ash with the first Natural Cell, I believe. Still, 2v5 situation. The attackers knowing the hypothetical weakness is one thing.
Getting his first.
And he goes out. Oh, no, going back in. That's gonna be dangerous on the right hand side. Gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh,
I was surprised he made it that far, to be honest. Still, Shadow, last player alive. Oh, he's
no.
getting distracted. Oh no. Oh no. So there you have it, Gohan. Once again, popping up in the kill feed. Wow. Okay, so yeah. Replays? Because it feels like we have a lot of them in the sense that the rounds are short. This one was, I mean, it didn't last too long. It was a thrown defense for MishMash by killing the enemy, and now we're looking at a 4-to-1 split. So when you have balanced teams, you would usually expect, you know, a 2-to-4 or a 2-to-4 split maybe. But yeah, that does not seem too likely to happen. Like Polar Pandas won a round, but no other round was like really close or really down to the wire where you feel like Polar Pandas maybe could have, you know, taken the victory if it went the other way.
yeah. As you can, or not, yeah, we're still on the replays.
Yeah. All right, here. There you go.
You can see the Jackal pick this time. They're gonna really try to get these roamers out of the round. Let's see how this Jackal pick is gonna affect the outcome of this round.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, this is the kind of utility that's going to get brought to the table that we didn't see before, granted. But is it really going to have a major impact? I don't know. I mean, knowing where your opponent is one thing. We've seen from time to time Polar Panda players being, you know, outflanked or just caught off guard in a general sense. Jackal would, in theory, be there to deny that kind of situation of happening in the first place. But now that you know where your opponents are, you still have to go in, get the face-to-face firefight, and take them out. And if I was just to pop off the scoreboard, at best, you know, Polar Pandas do have a neutral KD, and you know the team overall KD is, you know, negative. So knowing is one thing; it helps, but it's not the entire response to the problem, you know.
Also, as you can see, go on with 7 kills. That is.
I gotta say, in a sense, I feel like if he wasn't there, MishMash would still be winning a lot of rounds. It just so happens that because I mean, the forward position that you're holding here, you're supposed to get maybe 1 or even 2 kills and then die, and then, you know, the second line of defense should jump into action. Gohan is just good enough where he mostly does not die for the entire round, but he's still just the first layer in a layered defense, you know. Was there a jammer there? There was a jammer. No, it had been disabled by a thatch or something. But there you go. He peeks in. He gets a kill, and that's how you do it. Wait, that is Motzi? Was that Axis? Because that was a drone, right?
Yeah. He was watching the drone.
There you have it.
Oh.
That could be actually very dangerous.
Ooh.
But that's the thing. There is just, you know, a split second before the candela goes off, and that's all you need when you're rushing aggressively. Now saying, don't worry, we're not really trying to win. Unfortunate, because seeing you guys just kind of give up and stop even trying is, I mean, even if you have a 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000 chances of winning, I would still like you to see you try, because if this was to be the one time, your comeback would be amazing. But it does not look like they're actively trying, so slightly disappointing, but I get it. I mean, if I was in their shoes, but getting, you know, beaten round after round after round is not the best factor to motivate a team, that's for sure.
Gotta think 1 round at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the mentality you gotta have if you're Polar Pandas. It's just like the reverse from last game. MishMash Gaming with a pretty how can I phrase it? Generous? Nah. A pretty big difference in rounds as of last game where Polar Pandas were ahead from afar.
So real quick, this is an initiation mishmash defense, and out with the replays, in with the round. Roll swap, Polar Pandas now defending. This is our last beacon of hope, but still they have like 5 rounds to win back to back to back if they want to make it into a 6 to hypothetically 5 point situation. And I mean, that's a lot to ask for them. Real quick, just to read and to respond what chat says. So Pandas CDN saying, I just want to play with people at this point. Hey, if you're Canadian, and I believe you are, I would suggest you to find a full Canadian team. Because I'm, you know, just teasing something at this point. I may or may not have been recruited to help organize a tournament that is going to be running on the entirety. You know, that it's going to be a Canadian only tournament. Nothing Ubisoft official or anything, but we're talking about crazy big cash prize for what I usually run. Still nothing too official, but I may tease it a little bit more after this game. Okay. Yeah, hold on, saying this man dropping 7 while learning the strats. That's a thing. That's a thing. So, go on here. I'm just gonna watch him because it usually is where the kills are happening at, but it doesn't feel like he's playing entry fragger this time. Like, he's just, you know, slowly but surely probing. And there's also Maddox from the other side that may want to pinch or may want to work on a second angle. I mean, if he was to come in unexpected, could get a kill.
They're getting that wall open. Oh, the foot!
Yeah, through the feet.
Yeah.
Char right there. Yeah, that's the thing. Gohan is not exactly playing as aggressive an attack as he was on defense, but he's already in though. Oh no, he's just biding his time, but no, too aggressive. That's the thing. When you take things for granted, that's when everything starts to fall apart. And when I say everything, we're talking about a 3v5 situation. MishMash making no headway whatsoever. Kenny getting the first picks. 3v4. Okay, less intimidating than before, but you're still at a certain disadvantage. Roughly half of the run's been played. Maddox getting a kill. Might observing his shit. 3-3. Still, you haven't made it directly to the bomb sites. He may have found a backdoor.
Ooh, Kenny!
Nice pick, nice pick. So MishMash now officially do have the upper hand, do have the advantage. Could have been a one tap, could have been a one tap. Second attempt, nope. Where's my team? Is gonna fall down as well. It's officially, you know, a reverse sweep happening. Meow Gang, last player alive, has to deny the plant. That's unlikely to happen. So he's gonna have to pull this back now.
Oh.
Nope. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. So yeah, match point situation. Match point situation. Unfortunate. I was excited to see them put up. Yeah, same here. Because I mean, MishMash, we're also struggling on attack on the first map. Why would it have been different this time around? I mean, I didn't see a reason why it would have been, you know? Okay, and here... still, once again, just keep an eye on the other matches and the notifications I'm getting. Sorry about that, guys. So, hey, Pizza, what did you think of that last round?
It seemed as Polar Panda had the round, but Kenny just coming through with these crucial kills on that ace. Very showing that the AK-12 with the high
DPS rate of fire.
Yeah, with that high rate of fire and the high damage too.
Yep, true. That's a really good combo, actually. Like, we all knew that the AK-12 was an amazing gun, but nobody ever picked Fuse, right? So it's only when Ace came along that we truly did realize just how good the gun actually is. And now it's like, at this point I would say it's a staple in the game, because I mean, Ace is really important as an operator utility wise, so everybody still wants to pick him. Plus now they have an amazing reason to do so. Does he only have the AK-12? Doesn't he have like a shotgun like half of the attackers do? Or does he really not have another pick? Like, I don't even remember, because everybody still just uses the AK-12, right? There would be no reason not to. But you technically have to
Yeah, I think he has a shotgun, but like, oh, maybe it's the pulse and pulse one.
Oh yeah, the semi-auto one. Yeah, M500 something I think.
Yeah.
So Shadow right here is gonna be feeling some pressure. I'm not exactly sure who said that those are, but losing Gohan, a huge pick. Maddox flanking here. Oh, the Melusi.
Oh, nice one.
Pinned down as he was. Yeah. That's a nice
Sharp,
pick.
Getting another one.
What's he doing? Wait, opening up the hatch. Will he just drop down like this? Looks like he actually could. I mean, if you look at this right here, where's my team would be there to deny that? Oh no, wrong angle, wrong side. He couldn't know, right? He couldn't know.
Nah.
But
A
yeah.
bomb has been located.
I think he's just been droned too.
Yeah, I'm not sure. The drone. I'm not sure I lost sight of the drone. I was reading the chat while it jumped down, so I guess it's my bad on that front. But it looks like he's going to be committing to something right there. Maddox knows he can't just drop down. Gets one. Oh gosh.
Nice one from Maddox.
Yeah, the defenders on our stretch really thin. Oh, no, Maddox getting a kill on Nunar. Pesidon, the last player alive, is gonna have to pull off 1v4. No!
That's a GG for MishMash.
Yeah, yep. That is going to be a GG's. So, MishMash are a beast of a team. I mean, as unfortunate as it is for Polar Pandas, I'm not surprised they lost to them. Not to take anything away from Polar Pandas, right? But like I said, if the season was really early on, I believe they would have a reasonable shot at making it to the playoffs. They still have, some chances of making it, but we're talking about, dwindling chances now that they only have one last round or one last week to break this three-way tie. So yeah, I don't know if you are going to make it to the playoffs at the end of the day, but if you don't, you will have, not made it by a tiny margin. So, one way or another, I can't take anything away from Polar Pandas. That is for damn sure. I think they've surprised us. Just like Gohan has, to be honest.
Gohan, maybe the MVP tonight. I mean,
he probably will be.
I mean,
you know what, let me just ask the players in the game chat. So, GG's to you all. Please don't forget to submit MOS files. And to MishMash, since you won, do you guys want to go for an interview? Awesome. So please just call me on Discord, and we'll be setting this up. So yeah, if we come back here, I have MishMash not win 2 maps, not 1, 2 maps. There you go, and there you go. Thank you. Yeah, and pizza. That game of yours. That game of yours. Yeah. So you know what? While I'm waiting to be called, and Kenny's already calling me, I'm gonna create a group chat for us with him.
Alrighty.
Oh, Kenny. Yeah, you know what? Let me just add him to this call, actually. Where are you? You're here. Oh, I have to send you a friend request first. Can you accept it, please? Oh, you muted yourself on Discord because I'm hearing you through OBS Ninja, correct? Like, I'm hearing you, right? No. Just not talking. Wait, Pizza, are you here? Am I muted? Wait, what's happening? Pizza, are you here?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. So, have you accepted my friend? Yes, you have.
Yes.
And there we go. Okay, awesome. So hey Kenny, let me introduce you to Pizza Zach. He was my co-host, which is why we're going to be having a group chat for the interview tonight.
Hello, nice to meet you, sir.
Hi, Kenny.
Pizza, can you just mute yourself in OBS Ninja, please?
Oh. Just a second.
Yeah. So.
Go.
Thank you so much. Also, let me just boost Kenny's volume up. Awesome. So, Kenny, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Hans. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
That's awesome. I have been swamped.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So 5 matches in parallel, a few protests to manage at the same time. Like you guys, I hope didn't realize that, but I had to like leave the chat, and Pizza was on his own casting for like a round, and it was his first cast ever. Plus, if I was just to keep on going with my personal, anecdotes, I'd have this homework due for midnight tonight, which is mostly done. I would have had time to finish it before the beginning of the stream if I had thought about it, but I just forgot it. Right? I mean, it happens. I'm going to be able to finish it within 2 hours, but I'm still gonna go to bed late tonight. It's my bad.
Sound like late night?
Yeah. So yes. 5 matches were going on at the same time, so that can change things up in the in the brackets, or in the standings, should I say. I'm trying to pull them up in real time. But one thing is for sure, you winning your round is going to give you yet another point, so that's 5 points. So you're going to be tied with OnlyFans and Thirsty Bastards Gaming.
Right, because they play this week, I believe. Maybe even tonight.
Yeah, they're playing against each other, I want to say. So
Yeah.
their tie is going to get broken. And I mean, suppose OnlyFans beat them, then you would have the exact same track record as Thirsty Bastards. And
Going
should
into
that
next
happen, you'll play them next week to break that hypothetical new tie. So, amazing matches are kind of coming up. That is for damn sure. My question to you. You had a new player on your roster tonight, didn't you? Oh, wait. Well, am I losing connections? Ugh. Am I losing connections left and right? What's
No, we
happening?
can hear you.
Okay, let me just like close Discord on the other. Like when you have Discord on 2 computers at the same time, it can mess things up. I didn't realize I had left the call. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So what was the last thing you heard me say?
That's a good question.
Okay. So I was
About them playing
OnlyFans.
next week. We play
right?
Thirsty Bastard Gaming next week.
Gotcha. Yeah, so, I mean, amazing matches are coming up. That is for damn sure. But at the same time, the rosters can change kind of drastically in a sense, because a lot of matches have played tonight, so a lot of other teams will be earning points. At the end of the day, considering that you have twice as many points as the next in row, I don't think that your spot in the playoffs is particularly threatened. But, I mean, I would still keep an eye out for that if I were you. If you were to make it to the interview proper, though, you had a new player on your roster tonight, or a new addition, didn't you?
Yes, we did. Yeah, Gohan. Shout out to Gohan. He played really well today.
Yep. I mean, the chat kind of did mention that popping 7 kills when we like opened up the scoreboard near round was it like 7 or 4 or something. 7 kills while he's still learning the strats. That's got to be something. So, I mean, general question, like his new addition to the team. How confident are you that he, of course, had to replace somebody? So I don't remember who that somebody was, but you think the team is better off this way, or just how much of an impact is he going to have on the team's performances as a whole?
That's a good question. So he is currently tryout. We're
Okay.
running a bunch of tryouts this week. He tried out last night, and then we were going to run with somebody else today to play with us, and then they got stuck at work, so they
Okay.
couldn't make it. So we asked him to fill in again. Gohan is a great player. We played against him before when he played for Revenge Nation. He's a great guy. He's replacing Gibby.
Oh, he's replacing Gibby, because I couldn't figure out who he was replacing.
Yes,
Well-
yeah, Gibby had to take some time off for work. He got a new job offer, so
Okay,
he
yeah, that
stepped down
happens.
into a sub role. And yep, the real life stuff, always comes first. But
Yeah,
we are kind of changing up roles. Char is filling Gibby's role on defense with the mute and smoke, and then
Mhm.
I am filling in Gibby's role as hard breach on attack. And we are trying to find a second entry. As you can see, Gohan is a very, very skilled player
Yeah.
to match with Maddox with our aggressive playstyle.
Yep, that's true.
So he fits in really well with us right now. I really liked what I saw today and yesterday as well. So I expect good things.
So you know what my next question would then be? I mean, not to be like intruding in like your team managements and that kind of stuff. But do you think he's gonna make it? Do you think we're gonna be seeing him next week again, or are the other candidates just as good as him?
Right now, it's looking good. I hope that because it's a mutual thing that we have to impress him as well.
Yeah,
So I hope that we've impressed equally as much as he's impressed us. We still are gonna fill out like we have given the word to people that if they want to try out that we're not gonna say okay sorry no more tryouts. We're gonna see everybody and talk as a team, but so far he's up there on the list for sure.
Gotcha. So hey, Pizza Sack, did you have any questions that you wanted to run?
Yeah, what were your mindset going into the second half of Oregon? Because as we could see, you were like falling behind very hard. Like, was it like 4-2 or 5-1?
It was 4-2 half. Yep.
Yeah.
they were
What
beating
what
us.
were your mindset going in the second half of the game?
The morale was actually pretty high. We were kind of frustrated because uh, we've never played Oregon with Gohan, so with switching roles and operators, it wasn't a very fluid attack that we are used to. We switched some operators up, and we started off hot, but they had a pretty good hold from the attic hatch on their defensive holds that kind of tripped us up on the back tower stairs. That we couldn't counter very well, and we thought that we were just maybe playing too aggressive. We weren't getting intel for our entry players, and that's kind of what they did well against us. We were expecting them to play pretty passive, but they actually were taking some gunfights against us early on and winning them. But we were pretty confident. We thought that we were going to sweep them on defense and go into the next map, and that's what happened.
Yeah. Good job, you guys. That's what I gotta say. I mean, you played very well. And I think that the addition of Gohan in the roster is a pretty good choice. I mean, he was how could I word this? He was very very aggressive, matching your playstyle, getting the job done. Meaning, with those kills, getting these entry frags and these very good crucial picks in defense with the SMG 11 on Team Park.
Yeah, I know I didn't see the stats for the second map, but the first map, as a team, I think we went. It was a 7-5 was the final score, 7-4, whatever it was. They only had one entry kill on us, so Gohan and Maddox were doing great on the entry, and I'm sure Theme Park was the same with how lopsided it was. They did very well. Gohan played extremely well on the entry.
You mind me just asking to be sure that I don't mess up the names, but I believe no, Gibby left. So what was that? Like, who got the ace on the first map? Because like as prevalent as Gohan was, he wasn't the one getting it, right? On the basement floor.
It was I think Maddox.
Maddox. All right, so yeah,
one of the two. Yeah.
Congratulations to Maddox for the ace. He was playing Zofia, which is surprising because Gohan usually picked her. But hey, I mean, I just wanted to say congratulations because on the early rounds of the first map, right, it seemed to be going Polar Panda's way. The only round you were able to win was the one where you just rushed in through the opening on bunker. You were able to kill out the smoke and to flush them out this way. But it seemed like, except if you can rush in and exploit a proper weakness in their defenses, Polar Pandas seemed to be having the upper hand there. Of course, everything flipped once you started defending yourselves, and then they didn't manage to even win a single attack, which, you won an attack here and there, and that kind of made the difference. So I guess this was one of the major differences between your two teams, and going into the second map, the morale was already somewhat low and it just got broken during the first half. Is there anything else in the general dynamic of the game or of the two teams that you felt that I may have missed?
I mean, Polar Pandas is a great team. They surprised us the first half. They caught us off guard in Oregon. But that's not to say that they can't compete against us or OnlyFans. They have really solid strats, and they're very coordinated as a team, which is pretty good to see. That we haven't seen that in a couple of games. I mean, that's a good team, and if they make it to playoffs, they have a chance to upset anybody they play, especially because they're comfortable on theme park.
Yep. And for what it's worth, I believe the current roster has not a single player from the very beginning of the season. So if I was to ask you another question, if they were to have this roster if they had been running this roster since the beginning of the season, how dangerous do you think they would be? Because they currently have only 2 wins, and let me just look it up real quick. 2 wins and 3 losses now under their belts. So this, of course, gives you a proper lead on them, on the scoreboard wise. But if they were to be this kind of a threat since the very beginning, would you feel threatened, as in they could be competing for your playoff spots, or do you still think you could easily outmatch them?
I, in the nicest way possible, I think that we're just a better team. We're trying out somebody, so we weren't at our full potential as well.
Gotcha.
I know they are a new roster, so they have a lot of potential as well. But I do think that they wouldn't be competing against us for the playoff spot. I think we're one of, if not the best team in the league. Not to sound too confident, because the OnlyFans did beat us, and 15% has beat us before. But they're games that we felt like we could have won. So we always want to stay positive and confident. But this
Gotcha.
team could easily make the playoffs and make a run. They could beat anybody, I believe.
So, hi, thank you very much for everything, and thank you for your time. As you may have heard when we, made the brief introductions into the interview, I am going to have to get going, so I won't be dragging this on for too long. But before I leave you, I'll be asking you a question, which is meant to be a transition, a segue into the next topic I want to mention before we leave. So, my question to you is: I believe you personally are American, but do you have any Canadian members on the MishMash roster?
Yeah, Maddox is
Maddox,
Canadian.
okay. Because the thing I wanted to bring up is, and thank you, if you want, you can leave the call now. But if you want to listen without having the 3 minutes delay, might as well stay here. I mean, it doesn't really bother me one way or another. But literally today, yesterday actually, and today I've made contact with the people. It looks like I may be actually getting into the organizer team for another tournament, which is going to be Canadian only, and I don't think I have the 100% confirmation that I'm going to be on the team. But if I'm there behind the scenes or not, the tournament's still going to be run. And we're talking about MSI Canada, and they want to use this as a marketing tool. Of course, they have roughly 17K in cash prizes. Most of it is MSI goodies, right? But the thing is, it's Canadian only, so you have to have a full Canadian roster to be eligible to play. And I mean, for example, you unfortunately would have to look out for the MSI USA opportunities, and I know there are a lot of them out there. But for example, I've been asked about a few people hey, when's the next season gonna be? When can I next join? When can I next participate? I want to play. Are the registrations open? All that kind of stuff. And I would usually say, hey, this season runs till mid-January 21, so I guess late Jan, maybe early February next year is going to be the beginning of the next season. But in the meantime, I mean, this just popped up, right? And we are still going to be looking into, for example, finalizing the rule book, or the format is still unsure. We've just begun recruiting casters. I might end up casting, might not, because I'm the Moss expert among the team. But one thing is for sure, 17K in cash prizes. If you're Canadian, I would try my luck, right? I believe the first team, the team that comes in first, every player will receive a gaming laptop as a prize. And $2,500 laptop just for gaming, I think it's not bad. So if you have a almost full Canadian roster, not to sound mean or anything, just drop the American player, get a POG roster together just for the one tournament. Might be worth it. Might be fun.
Yeah, I know Tyler Scummy, he had tried to get a Canadian roster one time before, and they competed in the first Canadian CL. So maybe he'll be collecting some Canadian players to compete in that.
Oh yeah, I 100% intend to bring this up to him. And of course, they're trying to get a few big ticket names out there playing into the tournaments. Once again, nothing Ubisoft official or anything, but I still, especially since this is outside official channels, 17K I think is not too bad for a general entry type of tournament. So you know what, guys? I mean, what the heck do I gain out of this? Not much, in the sense that, you know, if I make the team, I make the team. If I don't, that's just gonna be too bad. But for the community as a whole, if this, because they had taken a break and they of course swap from one game to another from time to time, if this event succeeds, we as a Siege community, well, Canadian Siege community, I guess, are going to just get more content, you know, organized by people with a lot of resources. So if they wanted, I mean, if MSI decided they wanted to compete with Challenger League, they could be a legit competitor, you know? So if everything goes well, they're likely to just put more money and more resources into the next one, which would just benefit us as a whole, you know? So if you're interested, the link I'm going to be giving you guys will be on their website proper. I'm 3 minutes too late, so I'm saying it now. Haven't created it yet, type exclamation mark MSI and child. I'm going to be creating a bot command, and I will be sending you guys a link to the event. Though it runs, like, the dates are a bit odd though. It runs on 2 days. The first one is like December 19th. It's a Saturday. And the other one is on December 27th. So December 19th would be like the main season condensed in one gaming spot. And December 27th would then be like the playoffs. So that's really all I wanted to talk about. So, hey, Kenny, thank you for having been here. I just have a bot command to create real quick now.
All good. Real quick, I just want to say
yep.
Gohan got the ace on Oregon Basement.
Oh, he did.
Gohan.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, congratulations
I gotta
to
give
him.
Credit.
Congratulations to him.
All right.
And for what it's worth, if there are like any talents, casters, or observers, producers you want to, you would be interested in seeing on the, and that's also going to be streamed on the MSI main channel. So we're not talking about like MSI Canada or, you know, something obscure. It's like their main proper channel. And these competitions on other games before have made it into the front page of Twitch. So hey, if you want to get some exposure, might want to consider registering for those. Yeah, so let me just create the link real quick. Create the bot command real quick, and then I'm gonna come back to just finalize the like the stream and everything. So hey, thank you very much for having been here tonight. Congratulations on your victory. Hope to see you again next week if I manage to cast your game. If not, I of course have to be fair with everybody. I think you've been casting quite a few times, though. In a sense, you guys are pretty quick when it comes to scheduling your matches, and in that sense, the first come first serve basis kind of does favor you in a sense. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna be waiting for a few more matches to be scheduled next week so I can see who I have yet to cast, because this is gonna be my last chance to cast some of these teams. So if not, we're likely to see each other again in the playoffs, as at this point you have a solid lead enough that I don't see how you could lose your spot in the playoffs. Actually, it could still technically. No, you can't. Actually, you can't, because even if...
Yeah, I think we clinched today because we have tiebreaker against all the other teams.
Yeah, exactly. Even then, you won your points, so you're up to 5 points, which the other teams could at best earn 4.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, your spot in the playoffs at this point is guaranteed. So, hey, congratulations to Gohan for the ace. And, yeah, with that being said, have an amazing rest of the night. Take care, and see you. If it's not next week, it's going to be in the playoffs.
Yep, you do the same, Hans. Right. Thank you. Pizza Zach, thank you both for casting.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Have a nice one.
So, Pizza Zach, is there anything else you want to add before we cut off the stream?
No, thank you for being here. Thank you to Chad for being there and watching some good R6 gameplay. And yeah.
All right. Well, there's going to be another match tomorrow, but this match is not going to be casted on the main channel because I will not be free to do so. So I'm not sure. Were you going to pick it up, Pizza Sack, or was it somebody else? Like, it's escaping me on the top of my head right now. But I believe it's going to get casted.
Yep. I don't know. I maybe if I don't have anything planned, I can I can
Well,
pick
we'll,
up.
we'll let you guys know. We'll let you guys know. That's for sure. So, other than that, I think there's still one other match that has yet to be scheduled this week. So it might end up being that we are going to be having a match, say, on Sunday or something like that. But furthermore, other than that, it's mainly going to come down to the last week of the playoffs. If I was just to jump into that POV real quick. Once again, OnlyFans, Sebastier's Gaming, MishMash, likely to make it. However, which way this tiebreaker is going to break, it could really go either way. Polar Pandas having just lost the match tonight, that's not going to help them too much. I mean, I guess all three of these teams could just have one victory and one loss and still have a tie with 3 points by the end of the main season. Or, say, LFO could win 2 points in a row. That would be the end of it. If we look over on group number A, and by the way, this group, Surf Esports, like main roster, and Rank Stars have, this team has been kicked for cheating. This team has just disbanded. So every single team gets basically 2 free points. I'm not sure if these teams have already played against either of these two, so I don't know if they have yet to get their free points, but on paper at least, the competition is a bit less fierce in the sense that instead of having a 1 in 2 chance, you now have a 4 in 6 chance of making it to the playoffs, basically. Group A, in a sense, therefore, is a bit more competitive. 15% Bro and NTNS Gaming have been playing tonight. That must have been an amazing match, which I couldn't unfortunately witness. I believe NTN 15% won it, so they would be leading. And then, when we look at 3rd and 4th place, Surf Esports leading by a single point, that could be brought back pretty quickly. If Joyeux Luron just win 1 or 2 points, or if 5 Mans were to win like 2 points, and if Surf Esports were to not win a single one in the week that remain, then you could have a tie that hypothetically, if 5 Mans were to have beaten them, the tie could be then broken 5 Mans way. I mean, we're talking about a fairly specific and unique way or path to victory. So if I was Surf Esports, I would feel pretty comfortable, but still keep in the back of my mind that complacency could still be a deal breaker. But I think that's pretty much been hit. Pizza Zach, my last question to you would be, do you have any kind of, how'd you call that? Social media or links if you want to promote yourself? Because you just gave me 2 hours of your own time. So I might as well give some back to you.
Yeah, you can follow my Twitch at pizza_Zach1. And yeah, you can follow me there. I stream Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I play Siege and other games with friends, and yeah.
You know what? Actually, if you are interested in firing up a stream right now, I could actually host your stream by the end of this if you want.
Nah, I think I'll go to sleep.
That's fine. Yeah, it's late. It's late. I get you. So, hey, guys, thank you all for having been here tonight. I hope to see you again next week. I don't know which time. Probably same time, same channel. But until then, have an amazing one. Take it easy, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.
seconds left. Attackers activating diffuser. Seconds remaining.